Greetings, people, and welcome to another episode of Good Evening Nigeria. My name is Richard Agbolu. This morning, a popular Nigerian activist, Deji Adeyanju, caused an uproar in the social media space where he advised Nigerians against voting for three thieving Nigeria politicians. This was his exact post. Dear Nigerians, do not vote for thieving Nigeria politicians in 2023. He equally mentioned that his post was an eternal warning to Nigerians, as these three politicians could not be trusted with public funds. These three politicians are Peter Obi of the Labour Party, Atiku Abubakar of the PDP, and of course Bola Tinubu of the APC. So this post did not go down well with so many supporters of these three guys, considering the fact that they are the front runners in the 2023 general election. And of course, Peter Obi is regarded today as the messiah Nigeria is waiting for come February 25th, 2023. So how could you call the messiah we are waiting for a thief? That is the question begging for answers. Okay, and so because of that, I decided to make this post this evening, highlighting the corruption history of these three Nigerians where they were in public office. And of course, I just have 3 minutes to make this video, and time wouldn't permit us to touch on these three guys. So I'll be making 3 separate videos, one for Atiku, Peter Obi, and of course one for Tinubu. So in no particular order, I would like to start with Atiku Abubakar, who was Nigeria's vice president from 1999 to 2007. Before he became Nigeria's vice president, he actually worked with the Nigeria Customs Service, and during his stint with the Nigeria Customs Service, he co-founded a very large logistic and oil company for concession. A lot of Nigerians has not forgiven him for that, as they believe that it was Nigerians' money he used in funding those companies. Also, while he was vice president, there were a lot of corrupt charges against him from the United States Senate committees. One of them was the laundering of $14 million by one of his wives to the United States of America. 1.7 million out of the $40 million was from Siemens company as a bribe to Atiku to come and invest in Nigeria. There was also this case of Senator Jefferson Williams, who was jailed 13 years in the United States of America for corruption. He was collecting bribe from companies who were coming to Nigeria and Ghana to come and invest in these countries on behalf of corrupt Nigerian officials, especially Atiku Abubakar. And of course, in 2007, EFCC declared that Atiku was not fit to occupy public office in Nigeria. I think this is just a few among others. Do you think this is cogent enough for Deji Adeyanju to label as well to highlight the corruption history of these three gentlemen? Peter Obi, who usually calls himself as a trader, occupied so many public offices. He held so many banks and other corporate organizations before he dived into partisan politics. He was governor of Anambra State for 8 years in a very contentious manner. He was impeached, came back, he was robbed, and for a reason he claimed was that his prudent management of a public fund was the reason why the State House of Assembly continually went against him while he was the governor of the state. But be that as it may, there are records or there are claims that Peter Obi invested Anambra State money into his family business while he was governor of Anambra State. A claim he never refutes, or a claim he never refutes. And also, the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists also indicted Peter Obi to have invested millions of dollars into a secret business in the United Kingdom in the name of his daughter, Gabriella, which he did not also refute, to be false. And of course, Peter Obi was not the only Nigerian that was indicted. There were other prominent politicians and clergymen who also invested millions of dollars into secret deals in the United Kingdom. Also, more recently, United Kingdom closed down. United Kingdom government, or the government of United Kingdom, closed down Nest International, a company owned by Peter Obi, for a reason that he has refused to disclose the records of the company to the UK government. Okay, now, do you think these are cogent enough for someone to label Peter Obi as a thieving politician that Nigerians should not vote for? Because according to Deji Adeyanju, he said his claim was an eternal warning to Nigerians that Peter Obi was one of the people who stole Nigeria's Commonwealth while he was governor of Anambra State. The corruption history of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Majorly, the problem Nigerians have with Bola Ahmed Tinubu is that of trust. Many of them claim they don't know the source of his wealth. In 2019, in the eve of the 2019 general election, a bullion of armored vehicle conveyed cash into the residence of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, which purportedly, they alleged that he distributed to buy votes for President Muhammadu Buhari. And during interrogation by journalists, he claimed it was his own personal money, that he has the right to use his money the way he likes. Also, there are issues of his age and where he came from. His certificate issues are also there. So, majorly, the issue surrounding Bola Ahmed Tinubu is that of trust. But recently, he has issues with the Economic Financial Crimes Commission regarding misappropriation and financial fraud. And of course, in the past, he has had issue with the U.S. government, corruption, laundering of concerning laundering of cash that was linked to heroin drugs in the United States of America. The issue was finally settled after he forfeited certain amount of money to the U.S. government. Also, there are other several issues regarding how he has continually mismanaged or took over the revenue of Lagos State government. There are claims that he collected Lagos State revenue to date with his company called Alphabeta, a claim he has denied severally. And there are also issues of him nominating or deciding who becomes the governor of Lagos State. Basically, his issue is that of trust. Who, where he's from, his age, his certificate issues, and of course, his godfatherism, allegedly in Lagos State. But do you think these are cogent enough to label him as a thief, regardless of the feats he was able to achieve in Lagos State? I want to get your opinion at the comment section.